let's talk about the biggest developments in college football recruiting from the weekend. So there's some big matchups, some big visits, but the action actually got started on Friday. Texas, who has been just annihilating Florida State's commit list, took another. There was already a Myron Charles flip, but on Friday, it was four-star wide receiver Dalen McCutcheon. He's from the state of Texas and originally committed to Florida State over Texas, over USC, over Ohio State. That was before the season started. Actually, Florida State really had a good thing going until the season started, and that's when Texas took advantage. Florida State starts slipping, and Texas takes advantage at positions of need, flipping Myron Charles. There you go. And now Dalen McCutcheon. So another big flip, and maybe Texas and Florida State aren't done. Because as you've seen, Justin Wells, who's been on this channel many a time from Inside Texas, tells us that the Longhorns are still recruiting defensive lineman Kevin Wynn, who committed to FSU during the summer, but is from the state of Georgia and has been looking around. All right, what's the next major development? LSU lands four-star safety Jacob Bradford. Now, Jacob Bradford didn't necessarily flip from Houston. He's a recent decommit. Just a couple days ago, he reopened his recruitment. So technically, I'm not going to call that a flip, but it's close enough. So Jacob Bradford commits to LSU prior to the weekend. His brother, this is significant for two reasons. One, they needed another safety back there in the 2025 class. But Jacob Bradford's brother, Blaine Bradford, is the number one safety in the 2026 cycle. And now, you better believe it, LSU has a foot in the door with him as well. And even so, Steve Wiltfong, just moments after LSU's thrilling victory over Ole Miss, put in a new expert prediction for the Tigers to land Blaine Bradford. So we'll see if they can keep that momentum going. You know what? Let's keep this momentum going with PrizePicks. And this weekend, we got a reboot. Do you guys know what a reboot is? Because I didn't heading into the weekend. Well, what happened was we put that $20 on Jeremiah Smith and Travis Hunter to go over more than on their receiving yards. And, well, Travis Hunter got hurt. So guess what? After the game, this is why I love PrizePicks. They put that $20 back into our account because, hey, it's not fair. Travis Hunter didn't play the second half. Of course he was less than on his receiving yards, but it's okay. We got our money back in our account. We're going to do it again this week. So you guys drop in the comment section, what are we making our picks on this week for PrizePicks? I'm still going Travis Hunter. I always do on the over, and I love PrizePicks. You guys know how to play. You pick more than a player's selected stat line. You go more or less, and that's all you got to do. That's your lineup. Submit it. You can do it in less than 60 seconds, and we can play $5 to earn $50. All you got to do right now, go to prizepicks.com/inside scoop, promo code inside scoop. Put down $5. Whether or not you lose or win, you got $50 in your account after that bet. So go to prizepicks.com/inside scoop, promo code inside scoop, and take advantage. All right, let's keep rolling with the biggest developments of the weekend. Jakeem Stewart, his first official visit. Now, we all know the big news with Jakeem Stewart. He decided to reclassify from 26 to 25. His recruitment is now in a microwave. He has about 10 weeks to decide where he wants to go before the early signing day. And this weekend, his first official visit was to Oregon. And Oregon needed this. They really needed to knock this one out of the park because Oregon, probably sitting on the outside looking in of programs like LSU, USC, and Ohio State, they didn't just need a visit from Jakeem Stewart. They needed a visit like this. We're going to talk about Jakeem Stewart all week on this channel, but just know that was one of the major recruiting developments of the week. Let's stay in Eugene for another major recruiting development, and that was Naeem Offord visiting Oregon and watching the Ducks beat the team that he's committed to. Very interesting for Naeem Offord to be on the sidelines in the Duck locker room celebrating a win over the team that he's been committed to for nearly a year. Now, Naeem Offord, five-star corner out of the state of Alabama, is taking some visits, and Oregon is a major threat, as is Auburn, and Colorado has also entered the picture. But Naeem Offord's still committed to Ohio State. We got to see what the fallout of this was throughout the week, and we will check back on this one. Another five-star that took a visit that caught my eye was Dijon Lee. The California corner is committed to Alabama, but he's obviously open to taking some trips, right? We know Oregon's knocking at his door. USC ain't going to give in, but Georgia, you know, this kind of flew under the radar all week. There's no mention of it until I think Thursday or Friday. It was broken on 3. Chad Simmons or Steve Wiltfong broke it. But Dijon Lee was in Athens to watch Georgia win. Now, Dijon Lee is solidly committed to Alabama, but I would take note of some of the teams that he's checking out, and I think Georgia is a real threat. We're going to talk with Jeremy Johnson with Dogs HQ, and we're going to get to the bottom of what happened in Athens this weekend. Another big win for the Dogs. Just a lot of major recruiting developments all over the country. You guys chime in. Let me know. Did I miss one? What do you guys think was the biggest recruiting development of this weekend? Let me know. Comment section below.